Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. In the last episode, we started a new chemical plant in Komoshinovsk, and we've also started planning out this distribution facility, central kind of distribution hub in this area. And you guys like it. You guys like it, and I like it too. And the one thing that I did, however, wonder... well, actually, there's been some comments suggesting that this should become a bit of a roundabout. So we'll have an access point here and an access point there and potentially an access point here where, well, with a bypass where people can actually, or where the trains can actually go into any direction and kind of circle around it. It's kind of, I think it looks like a good idea. The one thing that I did, however, wonder what I should be doing maybe is not do everything here. Because just going through all of the stuff that we could be storing, we've got boards, we've got steel, bricks and panels, electronic components and mechanical components. And those are generally, and then something like gravel as well. But those are kind of the stuff that is used for construction activities. So whether we need that in this area, I don't quite know. Then alternatively, we can just put in food, clothing, electronics, chemicals and plastics. Right, is that about it? So we've got the 5 there. So maybe we remove these, or yeah, I don't know. Let's see if we've got space. What else do we generally have in a warehouse? Fabrics. I don't think we need fabrics. Fabrics will just go directly. Well, actually, now fabrics is actually something that is used at maintenance facilities. Right, we've got one over here, and they certainly do use fabrics. So fabrics is something that's used now. So distribution of fabric is a thing. So fabric distribution, yes. Plastics distribution, this needs plastics as well, right? This thing uses everything. Yeah, so really, we do need distribution of everything apart from crops. Crops will handle separately. So 1, 2, we really don't need to distribute alcohol, do we? We probably do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Explosives? 10. So the question is, in my mind, do we get rid of this? We add maybe, well, if we've got 5, we can half and half, but I think we do two more so that we can half and half some, and something like food, we have massively sized storage. So this is the storage facility that we're currently using. I think it's not that one. I think it's this one. So this one can handle a fair bit, but yeah, I would at the very least want that thing to be full with food. If we've got something bigger, maybe 800 tons of food, maybe we actually convert to something like this. Yeah, I think maybe we go slightly bigger, but I do like the idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to trim out these ones. We're not going to do the open storages in this area. We're going to do the other bits and pieces. Let's just clear out these guys for the time being from the planning process here. I am actually going to clear out the rest of this as well. Actually, I think if I do this, yeah, so we're gonna redo this a little bit. And the reason for that is I think we can have ourselves a little bit more flexibility because we want to both load and unload in this area, right? And so for that reason, it becomes a little bit of a challenge. So let's do that for the time being. I'm going to do this also. Yeah, there we go. So let's do that. We'll switch on our... okay, so we are pretty much hamstrung at the moment. So let's go and grab ourselves something like this, right? Can we get it a little closer though? Yeah, I think that's going to be about it there. And if we do something like that, just as an inbound. And if we try and actually, let's trim it back a little bit. I just want to make sure we're giving ourselves enough room here If we do this, we hug this area here. Provide that and that to get out of there. And then, of course, what we do is we do something like this to loop it around. We probably need to do kind of something like that to loop it around over there. Try and give ourselves a fair enough reason. We do that. No, we can't. Let's clear that out again and maybe try. Why is that doing? That's not right. Shouldn't be doing that. Ooh, don't delete it. At least that's gone away now. Pause it again. It doesn't have to pause it. We can keep the game running. So if we were to do something like that, would we be able to get out of there? Yeah, we can. Let's get out of there. And then we run it pretty straight over here. And the idea is, of course, now that we need to why is that yeah, this looks absolutely awesome. If we do something like that, tie it in, we probably need to trim it back a little bit. But now the question is, we should be able to get up there and probably a little bit tight. But anyway, I don't mind that into this area. And what we'll do is we need to continue to run this guy straight through here. And what we'll do is we will see about maybe trimming that back to there so that we can try and tie that in that location. There we go. So let's try and tie that in. That's actually not bad at all. There we go. So that gives us access over there. And then the question is really, can we tie in? Yeah, the road here is going to be a bit of a challenge for us. But I think that'll work, actually. Do that. Can we get the other one in there? Oh, it doesn't want to work that way. Let's try that again. I thought this might be a little bit of a challenge. Yeah, both of these are curved. Can we get it to go back in there? Come on. Oh, that's okay. I don't mind that. That's okay. And now what I'll do is I will trim this back a little, like so. Right, and now it's actually going to be a very nice little tie-in over there. Sometimes you just have to play around with it a bit. Okay, so now there's a bypass on this side and a bypass on that side. No bypass on this side though. But I think running through here wouldn't be too challenging. And of course, when these guys are turning, they will be turning in through there. Yeah, so let's just do that. So we'll have some turning movements through there. Hopefully that kind of does the trick. And what we'll do is we'll just run this rail up this way and probably see about, crossing somewhere over here maybe. It seems sensible that we might do that. So what we could do is we could even extend that through there and then have a crossover on this side if we have something. And this could be a bit of a port facility if we so deem it fit. Now let's have a quick look. So in terms of we want like some rail connections. So the idea would obviously be that we would grab a cargo train station. So something like this could work if we could get sufficient access to the various things, right? To the various pieces. So let's have a bit of a look. If we were to play around and actually, it needs to be a lot more centered, I think. So the idea would be that we would come off over there and then try and tie it in on this side, and then we should be able to get multiple things in there. So if we play around with that in there for the minute as a drop off and pickup area, the room for 6 trains is not shabby, not shabby at all. And then all we need to do is have a look at maximizing our storage space. So the biggest thing we've got is 800 tons, right? That looks reasonable, though the idea would probably be that we would do stuff like that. So that's one there. What's the other sized one? Oh, it's exactly the same thing. Anything larger than 800 for food. I'm looking at food as the go-to. Yeah. So this is the big one. So let's see if we can't make it work. If we flip it around, let's do something like that. Test it out. Flip it around again. Ooh, come on, flip it around. There we go. So there we go. That's another one there. We're getting a little bit close on this side. So what we might do... actually, we'll get one more in here. That kind of in the same... Oh, this is actually beautiful. Let's get it in there. I like it. And then what we'll do is we'll flip it around. And the next one is just not going to work. But we could do something smaller, actually. That's actually going to be a great idea. So if we find something like this, that's now a much smaller one. We'll do that and tie this one in. Like this, I think. And we try and get half the size. But if we do push it back, we can probably make it work like so. And then the question is, we could maybe do... We bring it in there, right? Can we maybe get one more? We can. It's not quite as clean. Can we get it cleaner? Can we, for instance, do this? Or can we we could probably just do this. At least it's getting it kind of on the same angle. Yeah, it's not super clean, but something like that could work. So there we go. That gives us 3 small ones, 3 big ones, and we could do this side also. So we're aiming for 10 of them, with 3 of them really big. The other ones could be quite a bit smaller. How much, if we look at this, how much chemicals can we get? 330 tons of chemicals and stuff is not bad. It's not bad. So let's see, we could probably get another big one. Another big one, kind of right in here. Something like that. We'll see about that one. And if we flip it around, I was wondering whether we can maybe get that one to work. And then what we obviously need to keep in mind here as well. So now we've got 5, 6, 7, 8. If we can now grab a couple more small ones, probably like here. Ooh, that's not going to work. So let's try Actually, something like this wouldn't be too bad. And if we flip this guy around, come on, flip it around. There we go. And we squeeze it in here. That will kind of give us the 10. And now if we do that, so that like that, I kind of don't mind that too much. Now, if we then say we now need the distribution facilities, I'm not too opposed to say one over here. Okay, we need a bit of room on that side, and then maybe we could squeeze one in. This is going to be very tight to try and get that one. And the one thing I did want to just have a look at. No, I think we'll have to get a little bit creative in terms of tying stuff in here. The alternative, of course, is trying to do on the other side. If we were to move this road, we could do something with that. If we were to move this road to the other side, we could maybe squeeze a little something in here, right? Something like that. If we could do that, that could work. Then at least we'll get the two of them in there. That might be pretty useful. So let's try and see if we can't do that. If we basically, I want to trim this out, though we need to bear in mind that it might not go as easy as that. Let's try and get it back in there. If I were to try and run it. Something like that. Oh, that's actually not too bad at all. Now, if we do that distribution facility again, so this guy over here, if we did that, problem just with this is it's just a little bit too. We can do those things a little tighter, I think, to try and make that work. So if we do that. That kind of gives us options, and what we'll do is we'll just redo these a little bit. Now we've got a lot of distribution going on here. So if we do that, we clean it up a little, and we bring this guy out over here, for instance. It's going to tighten it up a little, but I'm not too opposed to it, to be honest. Something like that, for instance, I'm not sure that will actually work, but that'll get them on there. If we then trim out this one, yeah, everything's still happening. Are we seeing funny business things here? We had some electricity issues again, it seems. We could push this away just a little bit. Let's do that. There we go. Now let's try and get that as tight as possible. Here we go. That should be pretty useful. Excellent. And you know what? I'm gonna redo this little section as well, and that. And what we'll do is let's just get rid of all of this stuff. No, not that. Get rid of that one, and we'll trim this one back to something like that to try and see where we tie it in. But the idea really being that, of course, no, don't snap good there. F4, I think, yeah, no, this doesn't really work. So what we'll do is we'll just do a bit of this. I'm not sure that's going to be very useful to us, but anyway, that's okay. So that's pretty tight there. We do this. Oh no, F4 for Now that should be okay. Similarly, we would want a little bit of room there. A little bit more. Can we find a tie-in? We can. Can we then get it to do this? We can, pretty tight. And come on, we should be able to. Let's just get this one here. It's really tight. And I keep saying you don't need to make everything as tight as this. But anyway, it is really tight. So there we go. Now the idea then, we'll have to see what we do with these guys to tie them in. There's a little bit more room to play with over here. And of course, we now need to kind of tighten this up a little bit. So the whole thing is fairly tight around these corners to try and provide these access points. And I'm kind of wondering whether we tighten it up around that guy. No, we probably won't tighten it up anymore. So if we were to get out there, and no, I don't want that. Let's clear whatever that is out a little bit. And if we then bring that one in there, that gives us access that way. Actually, that's pretty good. Come in there and tie that one in there. So now at least that exit is pretty tight. That's looking reasonable. The big guy, of course, is seeing about this guy here, where we need a little bit of storage space for trains to get in here. So that's a good starting point. This side is less of an issue, but I would like to just at least see about, getting it pretty straight tied in here. Don't mind that. That's okay. So what we would like to do is try and provide a reasonable might be a little bit aggressive here. Let's just redo these two quickly to try and get the maximum out of them. That's not quite working, is it? Even that's not quite working. I think I need to something like this. I think that works. And then if I switch on the F4, yeah, see, the problem is it gives us a funny angle there. Okay, try that again. F4 is on, so the snapping is in fact on. The alternative could be for us to try and tie out of this, but I think out of here, that's not working. It's not actually providing us that access point. So we need to kind of find something that works here. There we go. That works. So if we run that one in there, we need to find one that works out of that. No, that doesn't. I think that will work, but it looks really funny. That'll work. Run that one in there. No, that doesn't work. Come on. There we go. That'll work. Come on. Doesn't that work? There we go. Now that'll work. That does not work. That doesn't work either. That doesn't really feel like it's working. That works. So we'll get that in there. And I think we're going to have sufficient space to get the next one to work as well. Is that fine? It's kind of okay. Kind of okay. So there we go. So there's enough room there to get them all planned out. Alternatively, we could try and, yeah, you know what? Sorry, I've messed around with this. The other option for us to do this is, let's try that. And what we'll do is from this side, we'll go straight and then pretty aggressively try and do that. No, so let's not do that. Let's try this one more time. We do that. The idea is that we run it pretty straight out of this. Hang on. Switch off the snapping. Get the straight section to work. Like so. And then we'll get that to work. And now the idea is that we will try and make this work as best we can. Let's find its spot here. Yeah, I think this is going to be much better. We do that. And that. Oh, that's nice. That's really good. Maybe we can push that forward just a tad. Oh, that's good. That's so much cleaner. That is so much cleaner. Look at this. Look at that, guys. There we go. That's so much cleaner. We'll obviously have. That's that. I'm gonna start doing them that way in the future. So we could really do a very similar thing over here. But what I thought I would do is I would just do some of them straight through here. Do I need to? I probably need to do the F4 thing. Do that. So what we're trying to do here is we're trying to balance our load a little bit, so we don't always have to have everybody go all the way around, and that just makes things a little easier for us also, I think. If we then do this, that, and something like that, that gives us, I think that gives us a reasonable stacking distance. They can still go and turn around there. They can go back that direction. They will have to loop around because this is effectively a loop. In order for them to get in here, they will need that access point there. And then that's just a bypass to do the turn, basically. We could do the bypass. Could we do the bypass over here? Let's have a look. Can we get something to work there? I don't think we will get that to work at all, given the proximity of that road. So I think that's okay. Let's just do that. I think let's just do that for the time being. Okay, there we go. That's fine. So there we go. Now let's lay in a few roads just to make sure everything is nice and accessible. We need access over here. So let's quickly do that first before we get to roads. So this access point, that one. That's fine. That's good. That's good. This one is connected. That one needs to be connected. Could we squeeze in another? I'm just wondering. This one needs connected. That's connected. This one needs connection over here. That's all good. Everything is now connected. So if we go and have a look at our road sections very quickly, we could maybe squeeze in a little something over here. So if we wanted to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I think from a storage perspective, let's go back to a storage facility that we have. Everything is working and people are happy generally. If we go back to a storage facility we've got crops potentially that can go in there, but we've got beyond crops, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We only have 10, right? So unless we do a double up of something, I don't think we can. Or alternatively, we can put some crops in there too. And maybe we do that. Maybe what we do is we add a crop storage in there also, just in case we wanted one. So, and then we won't do a standard warehouse. We'll try and actually just get a crop storage. So back to storage for a second. We have grain silos, basically, grain storage. And these are absolutely massive. But if I look at that, it actually works. So Let's turn it around. No. Turn it around again. There we go. If we were to do this, that actually gives us a crop storage in this area also. But we need to push it out a little bit so we can get, anyway. That's pretty good. I don't know if that'll work, but we'll have a quick look at it. Obviously, this will work. Right, so now we can actually store grain in here also, and that's a fair bit of grain, actually. Now, can we get that one out of there? If we were to do... Yeah, it's just a little bit too close. So let's try and rebuild that one more time. And we'll get it in there. My goodness, this episode is we're really... this episode is moving along. We haven't done too much here, I think. So if we do that, maybe that'll work. I think that'll work. That'll, of course, work. So we can get that access there. Now we've got grain in there. And what we'll do is we will do that. And we will come on. I think that'll work, actually. If we do that, I think... oh, look at that. That's perfect. That is perfect. Oh, they could get out there. They could get out there. Yeah, I'm gonna redo it again. And just make that work a little bit better for us. If we spend so much time on it now, we may as well get it perfect. Well, it's not perfect, but we might get it fairly close to being pretty nice, actually. So if we were to say something like this, we don't need that other access point. We'll just do that. That's going to be really good. We'll close off that one. So let's just see if this tie-in works. Of course not. Now it's really just too close. One more time. Done this too many times. Okay, so if we do... Just get it to work. Okay, so that should work. Get that tie-in. Excellent. Get me my road connections. So this should work reasonably comfortably through here. That's an in. That's an out. So what we'll do is we will have to kind of run the road connection around here. So this guy will do that. So it's a pretty easy turn. It'll come out here. There we go. That's good. We could even put a bit of a... Anyway, we'll see what other facilities we need. That one can tie in over there. We do need to find reasonable kind of road connections through here. Those two are beautiful. Yeah. Let's run that. That's okay. I think that works reasonably well. It's going to be nice and tight. We can actually... do that, get it a tight little turn there, get some access points over there, get it to run up alongside here. Kind of wondering whether we... you know what? I've got an extra idea here. Let's trim this one back just a little bit while we quickly... I've got one extra idea here in terms of the... in terms of the rail, basically. If we were to come out of here and tie in an extra rail like so, we'll do that. We'll run it all the way around here. And then instead of tying these together, but we do need that. But what we'll do is we'll basically go around there and tie that in like so. So that if you are turning and getting out of here, you don't have to potentially get stuck behind something trying to get into this one. Just a little bit more in here. This one is the tightest one, I think, for us. And I've got a little bit of a question mark around it. Spent so much time on that. But anyway, that will work, I think. Getting in there. Okay, now let's just finish off our road connections here. So the idea is I'm going to run the road connection up there. I doubt it will go through here. Oh, it goes through there. Well, let's get it to go through there. Perfect. That's awesome. And what we'll do here is we'll just tie it in like so you can go into either any direction there. At this point, we will need to just find ourselves a bit of a tie-in that works, really. That works. I like that. This guy. Needs to do this and that, and then I need to try and trim back just that little piece there. Let's try this again. If we do it this way and we say, I don't know if it's going to work. If we trim it back even more, we say, please tie me in there. Can we get this to work? We can. That's beautiful. Don't need them to do the turns that way, but that's okay. And we'll get that tie-in over this way. Similarly, we do something like that. That's good. That'll work. I'm going to run it through here. I think that'll be fine. There we go, and we'll kind of turn it to tie it in like so. So we've got a little bit of room here to maneuver with. And what we want to do is do a pretty tight little corner over there. Yes, I like that. And then what I'll do is I'll tie that one in over there and that one in over there. Excellent. So we've got a little bit of room there also. So now we've got this entire thing looping around also. So we could potentially tie in, you know, if we wanted to, we could do kind of wondering if we can tie it in somewhere over here. Yep, there we go. We could do something like that, so that ties in on that side, and then could we, yeah, we could do a little something like this to just make sure we get out in all general directions with the road as well, because we could still tie in everything over here. So there we go, guys. That's our distribution facility. That one doesn't need to be connected. Everything else is kind of working. Now I am getting a little bit, you know, tired of waiting for everything to happen all the time. So this one, you will just see appear easily like that. So how much is that actually going to cost us? So we've got 38.6 million. Let's see what that costs us. 3 million, 4 million. It's still going. But I think it's like 6. Yeah, like 6 million. That's now, we're now at 5 million. Probably at least 6, another 400,000, and we're at 6. Yeah, they were at 6 now. 6.5 million. Wow, pretty pricey. Heading for the 7 million mark. Almost there. 7 million. And it's still going. 7.2. Wow, that's interesting. 7, just under 7.5 million rubles to get this facility up and running, and we don't even have proper roads in here yet. But anyway, that I think is getting us a pretty nice little area here. Let's clear this one out, or let's get rid of that, and look at that facility there. Look at that facility. Please put your naming suggestions in there if you would like us to name this. We missed out on one little section here. Can we please get that built as well. So yeah, that's definitely then 7.5 million there, because we'll need all of that to actually work. So let's quickly do our signaling, and that's probably going to be about where we end this episode. So if we did a chain there, a chain here, and a chain there, and we'll do block signals on the way out, as is customary. There we go, block signals on the way out. Similarly here, we would need to do a bit of a chain right over here, with block signals on the way out there, there, and there, or here and here. And we would need to close this one off in that location there. That's okay. Now all of that's sorted out. We would need a bit of a block signal there and there, and here. I think there's a fair bit of room there, and we would need a block signal out that way. Would we need a block signal out this way? I don't quite know if we'd need that, and then we'd need a chain kind of right there somewhere. I'm not sure if that's necessary, but we'll leave it in there for now. That gives that maneuver. We would need kind of a bit of a block signal there, plus a chain here, here, and there. That's okay. You would need a chain over here with some block signals here, here, and there for the through movement. We would need a block signal out there. We would need a block signal out here, and we would need... Would we need something else? And we would need a block signal out that way at the very least. And, well, the question is, do we need anything better than that? Now, chains will be... I think... Let's just do chains here. Do chains there, and similarly we'll do chains here and there, and then we'll do a chain on the through movement over there. And we'll do that and that. Yeah, I think that's pretty reasonable. We'll get a chain going over there. Probably need one up here. I think that one. You know what? Let's just bring that forward and leave it as is there. We'll do something like that really to get it through out that way. And of course we need a chain right over here to get out into that general direction. And then we need a little bit of stuff going on over here. So that is same directions there. Now what we need to do is get out this way, get out that way. Give ourselves a chain here. Not that I think that's super important. The chain there. Get a chain over here. And we'll get a exit there, exit there, exit there. I think this is all good, really. That is fine. We need some work done on this one as well. We have a block this way, and a block that way, and a block this way. And then we need a couple of chains in here. Chain there, chain here. And this one needs to be a chain. Here we go. And similarly, we need yet another for the bypass here. Chain, chain, chain. Block, block, and block. There we go. And we need some other areas in there. But I think generally, that's looking pretty good. Pretty good there. Pretty good. All accessed and ready to go. Now, let's quickly name them, and that'll be the end of the episode. So shall we name this one food? For now, it's Virov, but I'm looking for a name suggestion, please. food, what would we call it? Food hub. Just so we know, there's a difference between just a food warehouse and a food hub. And then the next one will be clothing. VIR clothes hub. There we go. And the next one will be, wow, chemicals needs a lot of room. What do we use a real lot of? We've got a couple more big ones over here. Okay. So maybe we make this one chemicals, Verov chemicals. Or do we do clothing and food is in there? We don't need that much alcohol. Do we need that much fabric? I don't think so. I don't think we need the rest to be really big. So maybe mechanical components and maybe mechanical components and maybe chemicals. Yeah, chemicals. I think let's do chemicals. So let's rename this guy here. So VIR chemicals, VIR chemical hub. There we go. And actually we should, while we're at it, just go through here and say this stores food only, not notify. Sorry, I'm completely out of it. So it's 0 tab 0 tab 0 tab 0 tab 100 tab 0 0 0 0 0 0 and enter. There we go. Done. Now the next one is the clothes hub. So let's do that. That's going to be 0 tab 0 tab 0 0 0 100 0 0 0 0 0 and enter. That's good. This is chemicals. We'll limit the amount. Again, it's going to be 0 100 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. Done. Okay, so there we go. So those are the first three. The next one here, so we've got chemicals. So maybe this one can be like a fabric. So let's do VIR fabric. Sorry, we'll do that. Fabric hub. And we'll limit the amounts and we'll say, there we go. There we go, 770. That's pretty reasonable. The next one on the spectrum may be electronic components. Let's do that. We still need to name it. Ooh, that's not right. There we go. This is Verov electronic components. Let's do that. Elect components hub. I think that's a reasonable sizing. This one will be mechanical components, I think. Mech components hub. I think so. I think that's the one. We didn't do mechanical components on any of these, right? No, it was chemicals. There we go. That's fine. Let's limit it there and quickly do the rest. There we go. There we go. Done. That's good. And this one. So the next one we'll have, is it? I think plastics. I think plastics will be good, and a sizable one as well. And then we've got electronics, and actually we might flip it around with one of these. But anyway, so this one will be plastics. Let's do plastics. Let's do thereof plastics hub. Done. And we'll quickly finish out that. Got some fires that just kind of slowing out there. Plastics hub. So what do we have? We've got left electronics and explosives. So I think what I might do, I might swap this one out because these are, yeah, I might swap this one out. Oh, what is this? This one isn't done. Right. So we're missing something else, are we? got chemicals, we've got fabrics. Oh, alcohol. Yeah, let's get alcohol in here. And what we'll do is yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. This is going to be the alcohol one. Let's do that. Done. And that'll be a bit of alcohol. There we go. I'm going to swap this one out. Oh, there's a train waiting too long. Let's quickly have a look at that. Come back in a minute. What's your issue here? Ooh. What's happening? Oh, there we go. That's barely waiting too long. There you go. Everybody's moving. That should be fine. We'll come back in a minute and see if that's worked out. That's okay. I just want to switch out this one. So this one I'm going to change to electronics, actually. Rename here and call it electronics hub. And what we'll do is we'll make this one 100 and that one 0. There we go. And then what we'll do is we'll get the explosives on this one. We'll go thereof explosives hub. You know, just in case we end up needing it. We'll limit those amounts again. There we go. And the last one will then be electronic components. So maybe like the construction materials is kind of in this corner over here. We'll name that as a bit of, this was electronic components. Components up. Here we go. We'll limit the amounts and that'll be done. Perfect. There we go. Now, we do need to rename these. Oh my God, a building collapsed. We'll have a look at that now. Thereof distribution. There we go. And the other one is a Vero of Hub exports. Actually, let's rename. Let's turn them around. Vero of Hub exports. So this one will be used less frequently. Exports, and this one will be Vero of Hub distribution, because this one I think is a little cleaner in terms of getting in and getting out and doing its thing. So let's Vero. Actually, VAR rail distribution, and I'll just add the nomenclature hub in the rail distribution, and we'll add the word rail in here. Vero hub rail exports. There we go. So facilities where it's been produced is going to bring it over here, but the rest of the guys will then move it out. So here we can clearly see nice and linked up to a lot of different stuff. So that's going to work really well. Let's quickly have a look at that collapsed building. Where was this? Small water pumping station again? That's obviously a big no-no for us. So let's just do that and let's just get it sorted out. We can't actually get people to go without water. So for some reason, this... Oh, yeah, there we go. The reason that collapsed was because we don't actually have it tied in for maintenance. That's the issue. That is the issue. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there. It's been a longish episode, and I know not a lot has happened, but we'll quickly go back to Commotionovsk and just have a quick look, fly on over here through the clouds and just see how some of our things are actually moving along. Oh, we've built... This is built. Okay, we will come and set this up in the next episode. There's a lot that needs to happen over here. I'm so impressed by the fact that it's already built. It wasn't built at the start of this episode, and now it's built. So we'll set it up in the next one and start moving stuff into our new hub over here. And hopefully that means we're going to see a lot better distribution. I like the area. I like the fact that it's a nice industrial look here. And I like the fact that we've got it in here. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button. Leave your comments down below. Please help me give some suggestions in terms of how we can name it. See you next time. Bye-bye.